burning down pretty good now. Just wasted all this time and effort. Let's give this another shot. Hello, welcome back to another episode from Pale Horse Survival and Tactical. I'm Bill, glad you could join me. Today we're going to take a look at Vicks Vapor Rub, or its equivalent. Stay tuned. Alright, so what I picked up here is, it's the Equate version of Vicks Vapor Rub, and 3.53 ounce little jar in the box here. And I did some research on this stuff. It's pretty interesting. Number one, let's go over what the ingredients. It has camphor, eucalyptus oil, menthol, and the camphor is a topical analgesic. Whoop. There we go. Topical analgesic, which means it's a topical painkiller. Analgesic is like an aspirin. Also, the menthol also acts in the same manner. And of course, I think it's common knowledge that the stuff you rub it on your chest when you have a cold, it's helps with your cough, and also has turpentine oil in it, which isn't listed here. I did some research on it, and has cedar oil. When I read that, I thought, it's interesting they don't list that, but you can research that yourself. And it's in a petroleum base, which is this Vaseline petroleum jelly base. So when I read the cedar oil rather, and then camphor, which is very aromatic, I thought, well, I wonder if this stuff would make a good bug repellent. And I did a little research, and come to find out, it does. It does have insect repellent qualities to it, and also, being petroleum, I bet this stuff would be a good flame extender, accelerant for fire starting. If your tender's a little wet or damp or whatever, if you got a lot of humidity in the air, there's a lot of tinder, especially if it's dried grass or whatever. It's hygroscopic. In other words, it tends to absorb moisture from the atmosphere, whether it's raining out or you're in very humid conditions, 100% humidity. And I paid like $1.97 for this. It's definitely not going to break the bank, so I thought, well, this would be a nice addition to the old bag. I know it's not primitive. I mean, basically it has natural materials in it, with the exception of the petroleum jelly. But it's just your standard Vicks Vapor Rub. So I'm going to demonstrate this in a while. We'll see how well it works as an accelerant. But first I'm going to dab some on me, and I'm actually filming another project up here, so, and the insects are out, so I'm just going to dab some on me on my arms, which are exposed, and maybe my neck, and work with it for a while, and then I'll come back later and give you my personal opinion on how it worked as an insect repellent. But I thought, this would be a good multi-use item. It's medicine. Oh, it's also antifungal. The essential oils in this are antifungal for ringworm, and you can use it on fungus issues, nail fungus, things of that nature. So you have medicine here, cough suppressant, antifungal. You have an accelerant and an insect repellent. So I read that it can be used as that, so I'm going to go ahead and get some on me and switch out my memory cards in the camera here, SD cards, and I'll work with it for a while and see how well it, if the insects don't land on me today or give me any problems, I'll pop back later, and then we'll see how well it works as an accelerant. It should, if it's petroleum jelly base, should work pretty good actually, so stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get some on here. Yeah, the flies are out and the mosquitoes, and my arms are exposed, so yeah, it's just like vapor rub. Woo! I imagine a little bit of this. I mean, this is a pretty good sized jar. This little jar would last. Actually, it'd take a while to go through this. Yeah, a little dab will do you. Woo! Alright, well, no moths will be coming near me with all that menthol. I know that for a fact. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and swap the cards out in the camera, and I'm going to start on another project. So that's why I brought my crosscut saw and some other woodworking tools up here. So another project, and we'll be filming that one. So I'll give it a while, see how this works, and we'll bounce back later, and then we're going to try this out on some tinder and see how well it works as an accelerant. So been up here all day working on a pretty good sized project. Pretty tired. And that's in the middle of shooting another episode for that. So anyways, the sun's going down. I didn't have one insect that landed on me all day, literally. Flies or anything. So usually I get pestered by something. So you guys ought to try this stuff out, and drop some comments down below and let me know what you think about it. Pretty impressed with it. It seems to work okay. And the sun's going down and the mosquitoes are out, and I don't have a single mosquito on me. So anyways, let's see how flammable this stuff is. So I'm going to grab my possibles bag, and I'll meet you over at the fire pit. Alright, we're over here at the fire pit. Pull out my trusty old ferro rod here. Pull a wad of tinder out. I'll have to remember to replenish that. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll just throw some in here, and we'll see how well it burns. I'll scoop up a pretty good amount here. See how well it works as an accelerant. So it has Vaseline in it, and those essential oils, it should work pretty good. Alright, I think we got enough in there. Do the job. See, I got a fly buzzing around me, and he's not even landing, not even trying to land. And usually they land and they're a pest. I don't have my usual small, I miss my little Leatherman C33 crater. That's the one I usually like to strike a ferro rod with. This one's kind of big, but it's my big bushcrafting blade. See if we can make it happen. It's a little more awkward with this one. This one's a little more difficult to... There we go. I usually don't strike ferro rods with this big one. It doesn't have a very good 90-degree edge on it. I don't have my striker with me. There it goes. I need to work on that 90-degree edge on this big blade. It's a heavy blade. It's a good pound in weight, and it's just a little too big for striking a rod. I have a little Leatherman C33 crater. My little folder. It's got a nice 90-degree edge on it, and it's one I normally use. Don't have it with me, of course. Seems like stuff burns pretty good. And that's just the vapor rub burning now. The tender's been burned up for a bit now. It's nothing but ash. It looks like the stuff works pretty good for that particular purpose. oxygen going to it here. Woo! That's all it needed too. Look at that stuff take off. Holy crap. It's got a vapor coming off of it here. I don't know if the cameras can pick that up. It's a white vapor going on there. Yeah, that's actually pretty flammable stuff. Once it gets a little air to it. Yeah, it actually works pretty good. When it flared up, I could feel the heat coming off of it. It's a pretty good little flash there. Well, I hiked down back behind my camp here, and there's still some patches of snow that are in the shady areas, so some of them are pretty thick. Anyways, I thought I'd make a nice backdrop for the conclusion of the episode here. But anyways, it seemed to work pretty good as an accelerant and a flame extender. It actually seemed to work really well for that. Guys, some of you give it a try and drop some comments down below. Let me know how it works out for you as far as insect repellent. I still haven't had a single insect land on me yet. Seems to work okay, at least for me. And so anyways, I hope all of you enjoyed the episode as much as I did making it today. Please like, subscribe, and share. I hope all of you are having an outstanding day or night, depending on where you're located, and I will see all of you very soon on the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.